Good morning. Douglas High School, the high school that black families built for black students in a segregated Loudoun County school system, has its first Hall of Famer in the Virginia Interscholastic Association. For Tuesday, October 14th, it's your Loudoun Now Morning Minute. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rence Green. Charles Roberts is the first graduate of Douglas High School to be inducted into the Virginia Interscholastic Association's Hall of Fame. He said he got the call while he was watching an episode of Gunsmoke.
When the commercial came on, Gunsmoke, the phone rang, Charlottesville. I answered the phone and said, "Yes, Mr. Roberts?" No, said, "Reverend Charles Roberts?" "Yes, this is Jimmy Hollins from the VIA Hall of Fame. And you have been just selected for the class of 25. I cut Gunsmoke off."
Roberts is a Leesburg resident and graduated from Douglas in 1959 while it was still Loudoun's high school for black students in a segregated school district. Loudoun's schools wouldn't desegregate until 1968. He said he did just enough to get by in school and played basketball, football, and baseball. He figured he would join the military like his 8 brothers, but instead his fastball took him to college. He earned a spot as the only black player at Roanoke College during his time. From 1954 until 1970, the Virginia Interscholastic Association sought to provide athletic, artistic, academic, and leadership opportunities for black high school students, something like the Virginia High School League was at white schools. Now they're inducting new honorees to their Hall of Fame from that period. Roberts is now 87 years old, and he's been a school teacher and a pastor, and he still lives in his childhood home on Loudoun Street. At the Hall of Fame ceremony in Charlottesville, Roberts said another inductee, all the way from Dinwiddie, knew who he was.
He was an athlete. He was a pitcher. He leaned over and said, "Charlie, I heard about you a long time ago." I said, "You was Fireball Roberts, wasn't you?"
We've got a lot more about Fireball Roberts in the story on our website, how he struck out 9 batters in 3 innings in front of a college scout, how the town came together to get him to Roanoke, and some of the good works he's done since then. So go to loudounnow.com/Morning Minute to check out the whole story. In other news, 3 months in, Loudoun County's free on-demand ride service around Leesburg is more popular than expected. The county government launched a free on-demand microtransit service in July as a 1-year pilot program. 3 months later, it's averaging 120 rides a day, according to County Assistant Director of Transit, Fleet, and Commuter Services, Scott Gross. You order rides with the LC Transit On Demand app. For the pilot, they're offering this in most of the town of Leesburg and some south of it. In the ride reviews in the phone app, people have pointed out how much quicker they can get from one place to another compared to using the county's bus system. But bus riders are also up on the Leesburg routes. For the microtransit, there's 150 stops, and you're never more than a quarter of a mile from one. The app points you to the nearest pickup location, or if you have a disability, it'll send a vehicle to your exact location. This pilot's costing about $1.2 million. Back when county supervisors were setting it up, they discussed extending service to Sterling as well. Gross said based on how well it's been going in Leesburg, the county staff will probably recommend the county go ahead and do that. J.K. Land Holdings has broken ground on their warehouse project at the site of the former West Park Hotel. This used to be part of the same land assemblage that had been the former West Park Golf Course, which at one point a different developer had in mind for development. The neighbors protested, and eventually J.K. bought it, put the former golf course under a conservation easement, sold that to the county for a park, and kept the former hotel site. The defunct hotel was recently demolished. Now, that site is planned for more than 86,000 square feet of flex industrial space. J.K. Land Holdings expects to find some demand for that space. According to them, Leesburg's current vacancy rate for flex space is less than 1%. And the Northern Virginia Science Center has launched its Ignite Society campaign, a multi-year fundraising campaign to help fund programs at the Science Center, even as it gets ready to open its new campus at Kincora in 2027. Last year, the Science Center served more than 50,000 children, and we've got more about what they've got in mind for the future in the story on our website, so get the full story on this and all these stories over at loudounnow.com. On today's Get Out Loudoun calendar, Celebrate Percival has begun and it continues all week all across town. Get a Celebrate Percival passport this week to go to a town-wide scavenger hunt, go on a nature trivia walk, and other events around town, culminating in the Fall Festival at Dillon's Woods on Saturday. Check out the rest of the events calendar at getoutloudon.com. And if you like the Morning Minute, tell the driver on your next free ride about the podcast and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and it'll be waiting for you there every morning. Okay, have a great day.